big push for peace in Ukraine taking center stage this morning as the president's envoy, Steve Witkoff, is in Moscow to meet with Vladimir Putin. Let's take a live look at the White House together, where President Trump wrapped up meetings with world leaders on Thursday and urged Vladimir Putin to stop attacks on Ukraine and come to the table on a deal. NewsNation's Tom Dempsey has the latest from Washington this morning. Tom, good morning to you. Even more talks are expected as the president heads to Pope Francis's funeral.
Yeah, that's right. Good morning, Markie. Part of this trip overseas to Rome will likely include talking directly with world leaders about a possible ceasefire deal between Russia and Ukraine, because right now it almost seems like frustration is growing inside the White House with this lack of a deal. On Thursday, inside the Oval Office, we know President Trump met directly with the Norwegian Prime Minister, and he said he wasn't happy with Russian President Vladimir Putin after a major assault on Kyiv that left at least a dozen people dead and almost 100 injured. President Trump making it clear he wants a ceasefire deal, and soon, and he spoke about some of the ongoing negotiations.
What concessions has Russia offered up thus far to get to the point where you're closer to peace?
Stopping the war, stopping taking the whole country. Pretty big concession. Putting a lot of pressure. You don't know what pressure I'm putting on Russia. They're dealing. You have no idea what pressure I'm putting on Russia. We're putting a lot of pressure.
The White House earlier this week said the president's patience with Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky was also running very thin, and it's all over what he wants in the deal. So the big focus is in these negotiations, to walk our viewers through this, what will happen to land in Ukraine that Russia currently holds, as well as Russian control of Crimea, which was taken from Ukraine back in 2014. Russia is also focusing on making sure Ukraine does not join NATO. The president also joined and also met with the NATO Secretary General inside the Oval Office, who voiced progress on a possible ceasefire deal, saying Ukraine has been open to a deal, but now the ball is in Russia's court. Markie?
Okay, we'll follow the latest there. And also, Tom, what about the Iran nuclear deal? I mean, we've seen a couple rounds of discussions there. How soon are talks going to resume on that?
This weekend, a new round of talks happening in the Middle East between the United States and Iran. President Donald Trump recently voicing progress on this front as well. He's been very clear with his message that Iran cannot have a nuclear deal. So this weekend, the two sides are going to be meeting in the Middle East. And again, President Trump voicing progress on a possible deal recently. These upcoming meetings happening this weekend will be the first time that technical teams are involved. Markie?
All right, a lot on the line this weekend. Tom Dempsey live from D.C. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.